Alright, got something special for you guys. Showed you that I picked up another floodgate. So, right down here, you basically see what a stock floodgate set looks like. Couple little flood forms, some marines, the cart. But I have 5 floodgates. So I got a little carried away. So this is my... Well, it needs a better name than floodgate. It needs something crazy. Tried to brighten up the video for you guys a bit. So now I'm just gonna show you what's going on here. Anytime I do modify set like this, I have to leave one of them stock. That's why I have that one down there anyway. And let's face it, the original set is amazing on its own, but for how great the set is and how awesome all the figures are, I had to get more. Because before I even got the set, just looking at pictures, I'm like, oh man, I need like some insane maze of like catwalks and vents popping open and just pure chaos. Other than switching around a few weapons, and I really like the Halo 3 style Marine that comes with the set. I switched all the human flood out with regular Halo Marines, so I'd have the better looking Marines still alive. The elites, I left them the way they were. And I have 2 flood pods here, just to have more dramatic effect. And have some different looking elite flood. So this is what I built yesterday with the additional pieces I got, along with the ramp to go up to that top tier. Because originally, when I had 4 sets before, I had only used 3, and I made this big higher catwalk and just had this one below it. So it just would look good on my shelf. But now that I got all this extra stuff, and most of this isn't attached either, because I can take this wall piece out and I can move it along with that piece, and I can move stuff around. So depending on how I have it on my shelf, I can make it look different. Because another way I can display it is I can take this wall off, put it under there so it's like a back piece, put this piece in front of it so it doesn't take up as much space on my shelf, and looking at it, it's just a really cool looking diorama of floodgate. Now, without trying to get too sidetracked, I'll show you what's actually going on here. I've only built 3 of the carts. I got 2 of them in here just because I wanted to have one crashed, because a good reason to have the driver out of commission, totally swarmed by infection forms. Bunch of Marines held up. Got a whole wave of elite flood coming at them, which are currently getting interrupted. As you can see, this cart slammed into this one here while the driver's getting attacked. These Marines are desperately trying to get out of here while fending off all the flood jumping at the cart. There's a bunch of flood popped out of this vent and they're starting to pour out. Over here, there's another vent popped open and they're just totally flooding out of that. Got a couple of Marines trying to take that on. Up here on the higher catwalk, there's a whole bunch of flood jumping down into the action. Because if you've played the game, you know that these things jump, and it's scary because they can... You won't see any, and the next thing you know, they're just jumping from like someplace far off in the map, and they're just right at your face. Up here we have another Marine who's not so fortunate. And my favorite part of this probably is I have one of the Spartans from the set up here holding his own. Got a magnum in each hand, taking on 2 flood at once. A couple of Marines down here trying to fend off till they can get back up with that Spartan, because let's face it, if they're not with that Spartan, they're likely going to die. So, horrible commentary aside, and shaky camera, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll post some still pictures so you can get a good look at a couple of the scenes here.